I'll say the pro number one about real estate agent is you make really good money. Today, Joey owed me 4 checks.
Really.
Yes, really.
I don't make any money.
Back to my channel. So it is another day in the life, and right now it's about 9 o'clock. I got a message yesterday from this young agent, and she just wanted to know like how I'm able to call this many numbers, and then every time when they try to cold call, they always get discouraged, wrong number, not seeing result. How do I find the time with YouTube and cold calling? So my answer is don't focus on the result. You're not going to get result right away. If you only dial 20 or 50 numbers a day and then you last about a week, you're not really going to see any result. You have to, like I said, commit at least 2 hours of your time and dial about 400 dials to 500 dials. Start with that and then give it about 3 months and let me know if that worked for you, okay? And once you do get a yes, then you really need to have the script and everything laid out, what you're gonna do with that particular lead. If they are saying they are thinking about selling, what should you say next? Because your problem really don't start until you get a yes. Once you get yes, you probably are so excited you don't even know what to do. So be very prepared and consistent and patient. I guarantee you guys, you will see result, because I'm in the 4th year of real estate and I still managed at least 2 hours of my time to cold call. Right now, I'm editing and cold calling. I just got to the office right now. Yeah, I have a yoga ball in the back and it's been there for a week. I'm too lazy to move it. But in today's video, we are going to be covering the topic of 5 pros and cons about being a real estate agent.
我离开这个公司的时候就会那个又拿回家。
好啊，去吧，来，给。Give me all my checks. I'll say the pro number one about real estate agent is you make really good money. Today, Joey owed me 4 checks.
Really.
Yes, really.
I don't make any money.
Okay, well maybe the con about being a real estate broker is you don't make a lot of money because your agent took all the money. No, but all seriousness, I want to say being an agent, you definitely make great income. I'm not saying the first year, but maybe within 3 years, if you're doing the right thing, your income just goes like high. And my goal is to have a steady increased income every year for like at least 25% increase. That's my goal. So, and I honestly don't have to come to the office today if I don't have meetings or I don't have to get a check from Joey. I don't have to come in. I can stay at home. I can work from home. I have the luxury to do whatever my heart desires. But with being in the real estate for like 3 years, going in my 4th year, I just find that it's very efficient to work from the office. You know, I get to talk to my coworkers. I get to find out about the inside of what their real estate plans are, what are some good transactions or projects they were doing. I often come across with great contractors in the office, and you know, and always making your like meeting clients in a public area is better than, you know, meeting them just in the car or taking them out for showings right away. So those are the second pro about being an agent, is flexible schedule. Now, my third pro is it's such a fun job. You get to meet so many different people. I remember last year, one of my oldest cold call lead, my seller, he is actually an opera singer. He was mentioning that he used to sing from the bar, and that's kind of how he met his girlfriend. They're both singers. And it was super cool because you get to meet like all sorts of people. I also remember I have sellers that are firefighter, I have sellers that are cops, and you know, it's just really fun because you're not really trapped in doing something that's repetitive. You're not really doing anything with people that like, I just never complain about how like I'm doing the same thing every day, which is not. Each deal is different. You run into struggles. And another point I want to make is if you want to be a real estate investor, I think being an agent definitely is a great stepping stone. It will help you learn so much, because you'll start, like when I do my first couple investment deals, I was helping my client to getting some research and figure out if this is a good investment for my client. So it's definitely a great way to get it started, and you are learning a lot with every single transaction, so that's a plus. Okay, now I don't want to make this video too long. I'm just gonna give you guys my last pro about being a real estate agent is I get to dress up. I was in like PJs at home, and I just put on like a bland beige suit and something nice underneath because I'm meeting client today. So I get to dress up every day, and I get to feel good about myself. You know, there are some protocols of like different jobs that you have. You might not be able to put heavy makeup on, or you know, you can't really wear heels because let's say if you're a sales job, you're working in the jewelry store, like my past job, I can't even wear heels because we're not required to sit down all the time, so I have to like stand up, and yeah, so that's not really fun. And then also, if you guys watch like big shows on Netflix like Selling Sunset, you do see those girls like drive nice cars, dress up with luxury bags. I mean, it's not really a day-to-day real estate agent life, it's like that. But if your target is luxury listings, you might want it to look extremely sharp and nice, because those are the clientele that you're attracting to. As far as what I'm doing on my daily wardrobe, I just want to throw something on real quick and look somewhat decent. I don't really pursue anything extra or like dress up super nice. I mean, that's not really the clientele that I'm attracting anyway, because most of my sellers are grandpas. I really don't care. But yeah, so now after lunch I'll talk to you guys about. All right, so background noise. No, I don't want any noise. I want to say the con about being a real estate agent is all these. When you're doing a contract of a different transactions, you are the role of being a real estate agent, right? So there are a lot of cases you might get sued. So let's say if seller isn't doing something right and you represent the seller, right? And then the buyer decides to sue the seller. When the buyer is suing the seller, the attorney for the buyer typically sue the buyer agent, the seller, and the listing agent. They sue everybody. So when you're in the business of real estate, you gotta take precaution. Always, you know, have the party that you're representing have their best interest. Get everything in writing and have a copy, just so you need to go to court, so you have some evidence. So that would be the con number one. So I'm gonna be talking about the next con about being a real estate agent is it is definitely a cutthroat business. If you guys have ever watched $1 Million Listing, you probably have like an idea of like how cutthroat it is. It's a little dramatic on the show, but I mean, real life, it is kind of like that. Something that I do want to mention is I have seen there were clients, you know, when I first started, there are people asking for rebate. I don't know if you guys understand what that means, but like when you're a buyer agent, right, and the buyer agent's commission is paid by the seller, sometimes it's not legal. Like, you shouldn't be giving rebate at all, but there are some agents who are doing it, which kind of cause the buyer to go to those agents. Let's say if you're getting like 3% on a $300,000 home, right? You're getting your commissions like gross commission $9,000, and then after split, you know, you and your broker, and there are some agents who would give maybe $1,000 or $2,000 back to the buyer. So this is definitely a cutthroat business, because if you are one of the agents that don't do it, you might lose the client. Same thing goes to listing agent, because some listing agent charge 6%, some listing agent charge as low as like 3.5%. They only take 1% for themselves to list it, and then give the other party like 2.5 or, you know, 2%. So the lower commission you go, ultimately it kind of just shows how much value that you provide, because I do not believe that everybody provide the same value. There are many people think that, you know, all real estate agent is the same. So what I like to think about real estate agent is we're all plastic surgeon, and not every plastic surgeon can give you amazing nose job. If you pay more expensive, if the agent has more experience, maybe you can get a better nose. Versus if someone just mediocre, they're incompetent, then you're gonna get a botched nose. The next con is, like I said prior, there are a lot of people who are incompetent in this business. It's because of the lack of training that they have. Not everybody has like a good broker like Joey. I know when I first started, you know, he's pretty much holding my hand with like all the transactions that I'm doing, make sure I'm doing the right thing, make sure I keep the paperwork on track. But not every broker is like Joey, and then also not every brokerage has the environment where agents kind of help each other out. Most of them, they don't. So that will be the next con. And the next one is, I will say, the more you're in this business, and well, I don't know if it happens to other people, but I think it definitely happened to me, I become more selfish. I don't talk about it a lot, but I really am cherished. Like, I really take care of my time, or where I spend my time at, and who I spend my time with. And this oftentimes I come across like maybe I'm superficial, maybe, you know, like I don't like the words of thinking as I'm using other people. Right now, the people that I spend the most time with is either like my clients or my future clients or my broker and other agents. Maybe we can do a deal in the future. I barely spend any time that's not real estate related. I mean, I am just laser focused on my career. I don't really want to spend time with people doing other stuff. It's just my personal choice. But to other people, sometimes it seems like I am a very selfish person. I know for sure that my significant other thinks that way about me sometimes, because he's not really in real estate, right? I'm not saying that Tom is not supportive of what I do, but he does feel like I'm only willing to spend time with a certain group of people. So maybe that will be a con for you guys too. I don't know. But I'm gonna end the video right here. If you guys like this type of video, be sure to comment down below. If you have any other pros or any other cons that I haven't mentioned in this video, comment down below as well. If you watch until this far, make sure you comment fortune cookies. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.